Yo, 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 new day, new deal. So, I had a realization that being an alcoholic is very expensive. I am not gonna do anything about that, though. I'm still gonna continue being a uh, raging alcoholic, but that is not to say that I can't complain about the prices of everything. Um, might just be that I'm not I have lightweight fellas that I drink with, and they say that it's a W for them. They say that it's awesome being a lightweight because it's so much cheaper, and I'm starting to agree with them, um, because God, this segment is not going anywhere, but I guess that's the point of this whole thing. Um, but yeah, on my way back from work, I had a long day at work, so I hit up the group chat saying, "Yo, anybody down for one singular drink?" Which of course means getting absolutely wasted on a Wednesday night. They were all on board, but a little problem is that we, in our little apartment thingy, we don't have any alcohol whatsoever. We had some gin left over, we had some, like, half a bottle of vodka left over, we had nothing to mix anything with. So, not too good. We don't even have, like, we had like two beers in the fridge, that's it. We were down in the dumps, so I had to go and nearly be late for my drinking appointment because I needed to buy drinks for said drinking appointment. Bought like four different liquors and a whole case of beer, and now 2 days later, yesterday was just hangover time, and I forgot that I had this run to do, and I don't know. I should stop expecting drunk me to do these Hollow Knight runs because I just think, oh yeah, it's a free run essentially if I just sit here and yap, and I don't keep track of time at all. Like, that's essentially the life hack of being drunk while doing this, as you can yap eternally, and you don't know that time is going by because time doesn't matter. You are hungover the next day anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But I've just kind of stopped doing those for some reason. Maybe it's because when I actually remember that it's a thing I can do, it's like 4 in the morning, 5 maybe. Yeah, I think we went to bed at 5. Yeah, I also just didn't get enough sleep, so I wasn't really, it's a combo of being pre-hungover and just being very fucking tired because went to bed at 5, probably went to sleep, fucking immediately, right? But then I just casually woke up at like 9:30, and I could not go back to sleep. But I was still so tired, and that has been my mental state throughout the entire day. Um, but yeah, the whole drinking part, pretty funny, pretty funny. Um, we have an awesome fucking game called Haugrün, which is essentially just lying, but as a card game. I think it's based off a board game, but we don't have the board game. We've never played the actual board game. We've just heard rumors of it and thought it was a really great concept, so we made a card game out of it. Granted, you need two sets of cards to play it, which is a bit of a roadblock. But once we get past that, or just decide to take two random, like, we have a bunch of cards that it's probably none of them are really completed sets of cards other than our poker cards. And poker cards, when we play poker, we like to be a little bit classy about it. We dress up as homeless guys and uh, drink our little sips of a whiskey, and again, pretend to be homeless. That's a pretty funny bit while playing poker. God damn it, I hate Gorb. But yeah, no poker last night. It was just that drinking game and fucking beer pong, aka shots pong. And, you know, when you're drinking nothing but, you know, I shouldn't say nothing but shots, but it was, I don't know, we drank a lot that night. It's not anything specific. I don't know where I'm getting at. Let's talk about something else. This is going fucking nowhere. I'm just going in circles here. So, anyway, we have, for the last couple of weeks, we've been watching Breaking Bad. Meaning our new roommate has not seen Breaking Bad. I think he's seen like one season a long time ago, and then, yeah, that's kind of it. Kind of like me with Better Call Saul, but it's, you know, I only saw like 4 episodes. So we've begun watching that again, and it's, you know, it's still a great show, but it's so weird watching it. It feels like a different show at certain points. You know, I've seen the entire thing not too long ago. I think I finished it for the first time like a year ago or something. You can probably find it on this channel when I was talking about it, like reviewing it day after day. But you know, fairly recently, so I remember the majority of things going on, and of course it's Breaking Bad is just great overall, so it's not like I would forget. But the point is, it's really weird watching this show and just catching every single piece of foreshadowing and every single piece, you know, also just the feeling of, you know, Walter, but when he was just a normal guy, quote-unquote normal guy, and you know, because you know of his downfall and, you know, where he ends up, there's gonna be a lot of spoilers for Breaking Bad in this, by the way. But, you know, because you know where he ends up, you know what parts of his character is leading to that point, and you catch every single one of them, and it's just fascinating, watching a man do, like, a wrong decision after wrong decision, and, you know, the first time around, the biggest part I can remember is him, you know, I realized very late that basically the entire reason for Walter's downfall is his pride. He doesn't want any help. He wants to be the guy who provides for his family, which is essentially the driving force of the show. You know, he's dying of cancer. He's balancing like, oh, am I gonna die in a week or am I gonna die in 2 years? That type of shtick. But anyway, when he leaves this earth for good, he wants to leave his family behind, like, you know, a wealthy fucking family. And, you know, he's at the point that he realizes that this is not a good fucking thing to do, they wouldn't really appreciate it anyway, and he's trying to tiptoe around that at this point. Like, would they be fine with knowing where the money came from? And, you know, we're just started season 3, so we just got the talk between him and Skylar, where Skylar finally realizes that he's a fucking drug dealer, and or drug manufacturer, as he says, but there you go. It's just. It's just weird seeing this guy from a totally different view. And it's also, I don't know, the show is so slow but so fast at the same time. The pacing is really weird, but it's fitting. I don't know, Breaking Bad is a fucking masterpiece of a show. Well, I had some sort of point that, god damn it. Oh well. But yeah, we're at the point where Skylar now knows, that was the last episode we ended on, Skylar now knows that Walt is, he's a drug maker, he's a meth labber, and, you know, he just told Gus that, no, he's out of this, he's out of the game, but we all know, like, okay, that weren't gonna be, like, 4 more seasons of this, 3 more seasons of this, if he were. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure this season is gonna be around him, like, you know, just beginning to work at the place, at Gus's lab. Probably because of some sort of, you know, it's again the balance of him being prideful and him doing what he enjoys, right? Because it's kind of revealed in the very last scene of the show, when, you know, again, major spoiler warning, Walt fucking dies. Walt fucking dies in the very last scene, and it is, you know, that's the point where you finally realize that of all the places he wants to die, it is in a meth lab. Like, he wants to die doing what he loves. I'm pretty sure he does. During his death scene, he goes back and, like, basically he creates meth as his last act on this earth. He just makes some more meth. Because that's what he loves. He loves to do this. And it's just fun watching him, like, go through this revelation that, oh yeah, I know that this is a really bad thing, but I fucking love doing it, so I'm gonna continue doing it. Because I have this kinda excuse that, oh, my family really needs money because of, you know, my family really needs money because of me, essentially. His cancer treatment. And he just wants to make up for it. But that's kind of just a cover story, right? I don't know. The guy's pretty fascinating, but yeah, we're rewatching the entire thing. And again, I don't know, a lot of the stuff that I remember is, I don't actually know, I don't know how to describe it, but I think of Breaking Bad in 2 different parts. The first couple of seasons that we just watched, where him and Jesse do their own thing, that's like basically its entire own show. Even though I know it's not, obviously, but I feel like it's its entire own show. And ooh, goddammit, that was terrible timing. And the second part just being, you know, Jesse's downfall, which we have begun to see. And also, goddamn, I love the dynamic between Walter and Jesse, just, like, overall, like, everything, there's so much there. And also on a rewatch, like, when you know how they end up, you know, like, there are so many tiny things. But yeah, the second part just being them working with Gus and meth labbing and trying to take Gus down, essentially, because he's soft locking them in a, you know, into this life. And he essentially, Gus wants to kill them, they want to kill Gus, but they kind of need each other for their respective things. And it's just like, you know, it's just a balance of having insurance on their separate lives, I suppose. We also, just last episode, we got introduced to Mike, none other than the GOAT himself. I forgot he was introduced this way. I thought he was just you know, just some random goon that we saw first, and then, you know, I guess that's what he is. But I didn't remember his introduction. Is essentially what I'm saying. I remembered it being way later, but he just shows up after after Jane dies. He's essentially the guy who covers up everything, and I still don't know how the fuck that worked out. Like Jane is in a known meth junkie's house and died of an overdose. That should be major red flags, and I think there should be way more stuff revolving around like the police trying to figure out who's behind this. Again, this could all just be explained away with, I think Hank said it. No, that was actually Mike in this exact scene. Like, the cops are not gonna be like all over your ass because a heroin overdose is pretty common around these parts, so no biggie, and then he grabs all the stuff, he grabs all the like all the meth shit and skedaddles. I don't know. I fucking love Mike. He's just a guy. I'm so glad that he's also in Better Call Saul. Not that I've seen Better Call Saul. Again, I've seen like a couple episodes, but Mike has not shown up yet. Or I think he actually has. I'm not sure. I've seen some clips floating around, and I don't know if it's because I've seen the clips or if I have actually been there. I don't know. That's also the thing. I really want to watch Better Call Saul, but now we're probably just gonna watch that after Breaking Bad. Ooh, yeah, that was my own bad. My bad, gang. So I can't really begin watching that now. I don't know. It's gonna probably be the same thing as with Game of Thrones that we started watching. I think we're 2 episodes into season 2. And I don't know, we're just not watching it. Same with Invincible, same with The Boys. I don't know, it's kind of an awkward shift having, we're just watching random shows while eating dinner, right? And it kind of depends on who's home at the time, because we're just a couple of young fellas doing our own thing. We have evening shifts and stuff. I can make this, yeah. God damn it, I could not make this. So the whole thing kind of depends on who's actually home at the time. And it kind of shifted when one of us moved out, another fella moved in. I don't know, it's been an awkward transition period for this very specific thing. But now I just have a bunch of series on hold, and I don't know, I have a bad habit of starting new ones before I finish the first ones. I've also, god damn it, why did I start Vinland Saga again? I don't know. I've started watching Vinland Saga again, and good game. Because I want to catch up with the manga, because it's supposedly awesome sauce, and that's what I don't know what my point is, but I've begun watching it again. Just again, it's kind of like the experience with Breaking Bad. You catch a lot of new stuff when you rewatch something. Already lost 2 hearts. God damn it. But I really need to do a speed run of GTO and Soul Eater. Soul Eater most of all because I have some of my one of my favorite YouTube fellas he said that he's making a video on Soul Eater. and I'm afraid of being spoiled, but I really want to watch his video on Soul Eater when it comes out during, like, I think November or something. But you know, the manga it's you know, I watched the anime, sure, but the ending was pretty ass, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna cover how the ending is really ass compared to, you know, the manga ending. But in order to not be spoiled, I need the manga ending. So and I just haven't been doing that for a very long time. And you know, basically outside of the anime, I kind of just forgot what's going on. Some new girls were introduced, and the whole arc where they're going after, you know, the main bad guy. I forgot what he's called, but it just doesn't happen yet. It just doesn't happen yet. We're still going. The main thing going on in the manga right now, that's just it's what's his name? Frankenstein. That's his name. Dr. Stein. His descent into madness. God damn it. Again, it's fascinating to see, and it had so much potential again in the anime, and the anime fumbled the ball hard. I'm gonna die here. I'm not gonna die here. I got this under control. But yeah, the anime, it had so much potential with, like, you know, again, I don't know. If the main bad guy ends up being Dr. Stein in the manga, all is forgiven. I don't know. Because nothing really came of it in the anime. He just kind of, oh, I am evil and mad now, but if you defeat the main bad guy, I'm back to being normal. And that kind of sucked, but that's how it went. And also, I don't know, a lot of things just very conveniently lined up in the anime for, like, okay, we have these three main guys, you know, the Naruto, Sakura, Sasuke of Soul Eater. I think Soul Eater is older than Naruto, so I might have to take that back. But yeah, I really gotta read that too, and then I don't know, Onizuka, a great teacher Onizuka. It's I don't know. I feel like it's a guilty pleasure of mine, but it's just good. You know, it really is good, but it's also so bad at the same time. It's so good but so bad. I don't really know. It's essentially you have an ex-gang leader turned high school teacher, middle school teacher, and he just has the most awful fucking classes because the other staff, the principals and whatever, they hate the guy. But you know, he gets the most difficult classes, but it's just I don't know, it's just satisfying for some reason watching these kids essentially just turn around and do a 180 in their character development. Because of this guy who just realized that, you know, being an asshole sucks, and that's essentially the whole lesson of the show. Like, it's weird because I think I have learned the lesson of the show. I know where I can basically predict everything. It's a template, right? But it's such a good template the story goes by, so I can't really, you know, I can't look away. And it's just, I don't know. The current one, I'm reading the sequel to it. I read the prequel and watched the original. And I don't know. I can't really remember any specific plot points. It's essentially a slice of life, but from the perspective of a teacher with the worst students ever. And you know, in the current sequel here, the series starts off with him in prison for capturing some essentially kidnapping and imprisoning one of his students, which is pretty funny. But also, I don't know, it's just the thing is, the thing about him, he's so fucking charismatic in some weird way. He just has that goated aura around him. Waha! 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 Shut up. Like, I don't know, he's just a good guy, and he goes to such fucking great lengths for people he barely knows. And I don't know, it's just a golden mentality to have. He's one of the guys I wish I could be like, but I'm probably never gonna be like the GOAT himself. Should I heal or yeah, I should heal. Shouldn't be too cocky. He's only throwing 2 at me at a time. I'm lucky here. Uh-oh. Bam. Yeah. Yeah, there's the 3rd. Okay, that was also lucky that I didn't... Damn. I'm doing fairly well. Okay. I feel like I should rush this now because it's been taking a lot of damage, but I'm too scared to commit too hard. See, I already lost 2 just from that one. And I'm gonna lose another one here because it's an aspid. No, I'm not. What? Okay. I don't know how I've survived for this long, but I'm doing fine. Again, it sucks that I have to shut up and think while fighting Collector, but that's how it goes. He was a 1 hit. If I would have died, I would have been pissed. Again, I wouldn't have known he was 1 hit. That's the thing. Okay, so this can either end right here or go on for another 20 minutes. And I don't know which one. I finally begin to understand the pain of, these runs taking absolutely forever, that my roommate had. My roommate, aka my rival. He was way better at the game than me, and he was, already during day, 100, he was up in those 1-hour runs, and it's incredible. I don't know how the fuck he does it, but he does it. Please. Okay, we're good. But just like the fact that he, an hour each day, essentially, is just spent on yapping to no one. It's a feat. It's a feat in and of itself, but why? Okay, my controller just doesn't respond. I was so ready to just clobber this guy. But no. Okay, so... Fucking hell. But yeah, I need to... The first thing I need to do is go watch or read Soul Eater. But the thing is, reading is so much more commitment than watching. And right now I can just watch 2 times 24 episodes of Vinland Saga, like right here. It's on my second screen right now. It's just there, ready to be watched. And I don't know, it's so much commitment just sitting there reading. Also because I don't know what my point is. I feel like I'm wasting time somehow reading this, even though it's my own free time. I can just do whatever I want, but I don't know. It's weird. I can't explain, but that is what I'm thinking. I should get going with the. It's also the thing with when you have your Steam page open, you're just thinking, okay, what am I gonna game? I have some free time. What am I gonna play? And you just end up not playing anything because you're not in the middle of a game. You just, I don't know. I heard somewhere that okay, you have to make a rule that's like okay, you open the game, for example, or in here you read like one chapter of Soul Eater and that's it. You don't have to do anything more. But it's just like the first little crack of doing something is the hardest, and that is very true. I've gotten better at it specifically because of that method. Like okay, now just like 5 minutes of this game, and then I'm ripping through my fucking catalog at this point. Also, my Spotify weekly songs, I'm ripping through them because it's just, just one song a day. What one song a day? Because I've been missing a lot of them, a lot of the weeks recently. But I've begun not doing that because I'm better at beginning shit. So that's pretty goated. Spotify is in a lot of deep shit right now because their algorithm is fucking awful. They also, first of all, they have I think it's because they fired like 150 people who were working in their algorithm department, and surprise, surprise, people begin to notice that all of the songs it's suddenly just the same 50 or something songs, which is fine for smaller playlists. But I have a 1,000+ song playlist that I kind of want to listen to all of them. That's the point of having the playlist. But no, I just it's way less severe with me apparently. Maybe because I have 1,000 different songs to listen to, over 1,000. I still have some songs I like but just not added. I don't know. I use my liked songs as just adding songs, but just the lazy way, I suppose. But yeah, I've also been noticing that this is a thing. This is a genuine thing that Spotify's been doing. It's just downgrading their algorithm, which is also weird because if you were to do that, you could just press like the smart shuffle. You could have just kept the old algorithm and made a new button for whatever thing you're doing here. But no, that apparently was not an option. Uh-oh. So they just opted to completely change the algorithm without really telling anyone, and that kind of sucks. So now my solution for it is that I found on fucking GitHub, because I'm a nerd. I found on GitHub a program called True Shuffle, which is essentially just a... I don't really know how it works on PC, really, but it works on the phone for me at least. It's just a program that is open through Chrome. I'm pretty sure... Wait, you can do that? You can jump on... What the hell? You guys are goofy as hell. But yeah, it's just open in the background, and I don't know. I haven't gotten it to work on the computer as well, but I listen to music mostly on the phone, so it doesn't really matter. But you just open the thing. You log into Spotify and you get it watches your playlist. It's not that you actually log into Spotify, it just sees, as long as you have your playlist public, it can just shuffle them for you. And it's just, it's a genuine shuffle when it asks, like, okay, are you fine with some songs showing up twice? Because then it's, really true shuffle, and, I can think of how this is programmed, but I can't be bothered to program it myself. So I don't know. That question alone says to me that this is legitimate. Uh-oh, I forgot I need to do a thing here. So yeah, I've been doing that for a while, and it works pretty fine. It works pretty well. God damn it. I need to, yeah. God, why? You were in such a good position to get pushed around. What? Bruh. Bruh. What the hell? Okay, I need to seriously rethink what I'm doing here, because it is... I am speeding through Umu, and I shouldn't be doing that. I should just be patient with it. But no, I'm not. God damn it. To Umu? Damn. This feels like a big loss. Anyway, I'm heading out. I'm probably gonna watch some more Vinland Saga. Yahoo! Yippee! Later.